Oh, wow.
I was just complaining on my YouTube channel about Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I suppose it's par for the course. Anyway, I've got to try to find somebody to look at the evidence and help speak out. Like, I'm literally not able to take care of myself. All of the services here have already committed crimes against me, and I've got the recordings of it. It's just, I live in my car, and all of my money is spent to live in my car and move from one place to another. I'm bullied from one place to the next.
Yeah.
Were you able to look at those videos that I sent in the Facebook links?
I'm trying to remember. I believe so.
That would be the one with, one of them's called Jamie again.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Alright. They're in the, they should be in Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, super busy all the time, it seems, and I have my two daughters, which I only get for 6 weeks, and they live with their mom full time, so I'm trying to like spend as much time with them as I can. And
Yes, sir.
my son was going through some mental health issues, and he's 20, and I had to go pick him up from northern Idaho, which was about an 8-hour round trip. And I have another close friend that is going into prisons and stuff, and I'm helping him with sound and stuff like that because we have a sound equipment. And then my wife and I do a Bible study on Thursday nights, and been going through a lot of our own crazy life stuff with my ex-wife and her trying to keep the kids from me and stuff like that. And then a good buddy, his sister-in-law just passed away from an overdose in California. And then 2 days later, which that was his wife's sister, 2 days later, their mom died. So they ended up with 3 of their nieces and nephews. And so we've been trying to be there for them as well. And Sundays, on occasion, I run sound at church. So I have to be there at like 6:30 in the morning until like noon or so. And then during the day, I work. Usually 8 to 12 hours a day. And then when I get home, I'm usually on phone calls or emails or something because my wife and I have a small business and I'm the only one that does our work. So a lot of my time is consumed with trying to make sure that I have everything we need for projects and all that kind of stuff. So
you're not some evil person who's out to persecute all non-Christians.
So yeah, if you're talking bad about Christians and trying to say I'm one of them, I'm not.
You're an actual person.
Correct.
So your actual problems are completely different than me being a horrible person then.
I think we're all horrible people.
Yes, I happen to agree.
We all just have different kinds of stuff and different levels of stuff. That's really the only difference, other than if we've accepted Jesus as our Savior.
When somebody is called mentally ill, they either have a friend or family member that helps them, or they end up in a situation like this. Now, some of the people who are lower functioning tend to get help, but higher functioning, it's used against us. And I have a lot of people that want to change it over to the prayer and the Jesus thing. And one of the things that's important for me is that when people aren't able to, what the cops say is that I didn't try and that nobody was going to help me, probably because of the way that I act. But the fact is that I do try, and there are other people who have tried. I mean, I remember when you guys were in the Dalles, Oregon. That was stellar.
Yeah.
But like, what I have to deal with is when I go in by myself, I get the mentally ill treatment. All the evidence that I have to try to do electronically, and I got some of the same issues as you, but I'm also trying to do this from a car that's near impossible. So,
Yeah.
like, with your time consumption, I'm sure I'm eating up a lot of it. There's a lot of the same stuff that you're going through. I'm having to go through more of that. I found out that Officer Waylon Lolatai, they're now pursuing him for stuff that I said he did years ago. Just the news is like 4 years, 5 years too slow, 6 years too slow.
Yeah.
But without somebody, looking at my paperwork or understanding what my disabilities even are, what they entail, most people just talk over them, or they try to dismiss them with something else. They try to distract me or say, well, why don't you get a hobby? Why don't you a lot of different things? But obviously with no money, I'm not even able to take my vehicle to all the appointments I'm expected to go to.
Yeah.
But I'm also not able to take care of myself, and I'm not sure if, I've tried asking churches, and it seems to me that's the most closed-minded set of people to ask for help. Not Christians necessarily, just church folks. A lot of them, they even like gas vouchers, they don't really want to give those out to guys usually. But a lot of times when they realize that it's clergy that are mandated reporters I'm trying to turn a crime into, a lot of times they'll give me a gas voucher just to get me out the door.
Yeah.
And that's hurtful too. I mean, it's dismissive of what we're going through.
Absolutely.
Now with the thing with the one that's called Jamie again, that happened in the Dalles, Oregon, and that's just one of the places that I've been bullied into moving. I know that people don't like being recorded, but I have to record everywhere for my safety, and I'm stuck in public, so it's legally okay for me to record everywhere. It's not okay for people to assault me for it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I never wanted to record to begin with. I went to my friends and family in good confidence, not knowing how to record, hoping that they would go in with me and talk to the police with me, all the way back in 2015 when the police just wouldn't let up in Boulder, Colorado. Natalie came into my life when she was an adult, and she made my life a little bit better. She talked to me like I was a person, and so did Maddie Boa. But, when I left Virginia, when they pretended like I stalked them up there, that turned into the whole telephone thing. And when she got killed, I'd been trying to get a protection order against her and her friends for almost a year. I'd been trying to tell the police what happened for over a year. I'd been trying to get a protection order against her and her ex-boyfriend and a couple of her family members since March of 2017. So, like, the thing is that it's important for me to be able to know these things, and also to be able to turn in people's reasons for not being able to. Most of the people, they had family issues or deaths in the family or illnesses, or a lot of them are just straight up afraid of the cops.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not able to do the paperwork because of the conditions I live in. I can't even sort through and find papers. It takes me an hour. Should I let you spend some time with your kids?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll try to look through that stuff. I might have some time this evening.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
Be safe.
I definitely try. We'll try.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Like I said, people got their own problems. Speaking up is the most important part. Usually when you go to a guy for help, he gives you a list of the things that he's got going on. Same thing with a woman. For a guy, you're supposed to sit and listen to their list. There are some people that can take care of themselves. Most of them have families, and they can't take care of themselves. They just don't realize it. I can't protect myself. I can't defend myself. I cannot get myself out of this situation. And I can't get heard without a friend or family member who cares. When somebody starts giving you their list, there's a reason for that. Anyway, getting back to talking about the Christians I was talking about. I'm trying to find a good one. All the ones I know showed me they weren't. They're nice, though. That counts for something. I think I have enough money to possibly go buy myself a soda pop. When I needed help the most, people took advantage of me the most, talked over me the most, diminished and dismissed everything that I said. What it all comes down to is popularity. There's nowhere for me to go. There's nobody I can ask for help. Are Chris and Dallas gonna man up and go down with me and talk to the police? No. Are any of these people gonna actually look at the evidence instead of just talking about it? Not likely. I know a lot of church Christians, and I know a lot of street Christians. They're not the same. The ones out here on the streets are living through hell. We could work together, but we don't. When somebody needs help out here, you expect with their self, whether they're able to or not. If they're not able to, more's the better. All right. That fucking hurts. I should probably go up to the library and try to charge my electronics there for a bit. I keep hearing about these supposedly good people. I just ain't met any yet. Met a lot of nice ones though. Friend thing names to call you on YouTube, but I used them all on everybody else today. I'm pretty sure I used a couple choice ones for you. I always try. Chris, I'm going to tell you something about being friends. If you come to me and you tell me people are threatening your niece, I'm going to speak up immediately. But people have been threatening my niece, my sister, and a lot of other people. It doesn't matter where you're at. Wrong is wrong in this United States. I'm also disabled, which makes all this federal. Although you look kind of funky with a marshal's badge. Hey, Chris. Oh. Fuck. Oh my god, that was stupid. TNT, dynamite. TNT, gonna win that fight. Four mysterious deaths linked to possible Portland serial killer. You look at all four of the women, they all look very similar. I just got that notification on my phone. You notice, no matter what I say, there's always a quick cop out. Don't know what I can do from Oregon. You can speak up from anywhere, you fucking dumbasses. Anywhere. Hey, Chris. I wanted to say, filthy hobo's been drinking all your Orange Crush. Also, you're sold out of the Mountain Dew and the Mountain Dew Code Red.
I know. I just don't have time for that right now.
Also, you can turn this stuff in from anywhere.
Okay? I don't have time.
I know you're on. I saw you on your way to your car. I know you're in a hurry. Are we friends or no? If you don't have time, how could we be? You don't have time to be friends. That guy's got kids too. And this is why the cops get away with doing it to so many people. It makes you going alone when you're a male. People actually care when you're a female. So women use police as a tool to harass men that they're not happy with. Let's say these women didn't do their jobs, or they feel that they're owed more than they really are. Or maybe some guy decided that he's done with her, or he just told her no. We've taught women that it's okay to be psychopathic and narcissistic, that it is owed to them for us to take their abuse. Cops are not much different from women. Everybody's too busy, but they want to be friends, huh? You're too busy to be friends. Chris stops by to tell some stories, and then he usually leaves. He definitely didn't get the point of leave me the hell alone. He's not gonna get it. When a man says no, apparently it doesn't mean no. That's one of the things that suck the worst about Brianna Hernandez Cordona. No matter how hard we tried to run her off, get her to leave me alone, she just kept coming back. More in love every time. Like, oh my God, what the hell? It's nuttier than squirrel turds. I'm used to people giving me the list. a list of everything that's more important than listening. If you're being victimized and you need help, can you go to your friends? Oh, that dog's barking at that other dog. I'm just hoping I don't run into either one of them. Alright, I suppose I'm gonna need to look up one of my phones so I can use this speedometer. And then I'll have to come back here and check the mail. Someone calling themselves Claro's Eyes typed, shut that off. Shut what off? The beeping? I didn't see when Claro's Eyes typed it, so I do apologize for that. Chris had a woman here who's addicted to drugs pull a gun on him. I'm sure that was entertaining. I never wanted to go public with all this stuff. I was forced to. There's a lot of other victims, but they didn't want to come forward with me. No, they wanted to be selfish and kick all of us in the ass. A lot of people wanted to push me to Darren O'Connor. You know why the homeless community ain't too happy with him? Because he fucking sold us all out after we invested so much into him. We as a community. It's got nothing to do with right or wrong. It has to do with popularity.